Okay, so I'm gonna start now. I have the schedule for another minute, but I'm gonna start now because this I'm not gonna be on long. The whole purpose of this is a tarot card of the day reading, and welcome to my channel. Please like, subscribe if this has been helpful for you. You can always come back to this page. You could save this if you wish, bookmark this video. Also put notifications on when you do subscribe so that you can receive notifications whenever I am on live or when I post up a video. So I'm going to get right into it. The whole purpose of Tarot Card of the Day collective reading is so that I usually meditate on one card. I pick a card. I shuffle the deck, obviously, and I meditated on some thought on the card and what it means to everyone as a collective group. This reading may or may not resonate with you, but the whole idea about it is to let you know that this is what most people are going through right now at this time. So if whatever information you're receiving from this card, if it doesn't resonate with you, if you don't connect with it, then you can just, bypass it or whatever. I mean, it may not make sense now, but it may make sense in the future. So don't disbelieve any information that you receive. Obviously, always do your research, and just don't take things by face value. Obviously, you need a lot of information for things, but just don't dismiss it altogether because you may look at a reading or get a reading from someone, and then it may not resonate for a few weeks to a few months. So keep that in mind. So the one card that I picked today, after shuffling the deck and calling onto my spirit guides, is the Two of Swords. Now, hopefully, yes, you can see that. Um, the lighting, I know, is a little off today. It's been a little cloudy. I'm working on those technical difficulties, but nonetheless, we're here. And thank you for looking at this video and being here. But this is a Two of Swords, and this is from the Radiant Rider Waite deck. And I'm going to put some information in the description later on today. You can easily get it from Amazon. But nonetheless, this is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is one of those cards, whereas it's showing you that you are going through a difficult time and making a decision. You are, uh, it could be between lovers. You have to decide um, between two people, if you're going to be with them, uh, two jobs. Usually it's two because it's Two of Swords. So in my mind, I always sometimes the most difficult decision is when you have to make a decision for two. You have two choices. You know. So basically, what it's telling me is that you have to weigh your options. You may not have all of the information yet in order to make this decision. You've been stuck in the middle of making a decision and not making a decision. You feel as though you need more time to meditate on uh, your options. And this is where the two comes in, is because it's opposing forces. Uh, it's like your inner conflict is what I'm getting from it when I'm looking at this card. Um, and what that basically tells me is that you need to receive, it's like some information is being withheld from you so that you do not make a decision. You're fearful and you have this anxiety about making this decision and making the correct decision because you don't have enough information. Some information's been withheld from you. Perhaps there's some, and it's also swords. It's about communication. It's about free thought. It's about communication and reaching a truth. So this is telling me that there's some hidden information that you haven't been received. There's some truth that's going to be revealed to you that's going to help you to make this decision. Because I feel as though you're in this middle ground and of making the decision, because you're resistance in making the decision because of the fact that you don't have enough information. You're worried about the future, but ultimately you are going to make that decision soon, because you've been thinking about making the decision for a while. So obviously the universe is not going to make the decision for you. If it's dealing with work, um, choosing a job, you're going to have to figure out a location. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered before you can make this decision. And this is the reason why you're stuck in the middle. So my suggestion is to research all your options, figure out the pros and cons of each option. And I believe that's going to help you to make a more wiser decision. Because obviously, if we don't have enough information, we get stuck, and we're not sure which direction should we go. Should I move? Should I stay where I am? Should I choose this partner or this partner? And so, it's a difficult decision, and obviously it's a life-changing decision. This looks like this is going to be a life-changing decision for you. And this obviously is a collective reading. So this is a collectively, I feel as though that people at this time collectively have this anxiety in their sphere, because they don't know which direction to go. And so you need to use not just research, but your intuition to make this decision. So I feel as though if you give it some time, not too much time, because I feel as though that's the whole. This is the whole thing with the Two of Swords, is that you've been giving enough time to make the decision. You haven't received all of the information, but this decision making task has been on your plate for a long time. So when you receive more of the information about where you're going to go, which your next turn is going to be, that's when you're going to make the decision. Don't sit on it for too long, is what I'm saying. Is that, have this balance of receiving the information, but also making a decision. Obviously, you don't want to be hasty, but you don't want to be stalemate. Also, you don't want to take too much time making the decision, because then you won't make the decision. I feel as though that you're going to feel as though things are going to work out. Yeah, well, sometimes you have to implement some action into the situation so that things will work out. You have to make that. You might have to cut someone off. You may have to leave a job that you're wasn't happy with. You probably been there. You probably just got to the job and realized I made a major decision. You made a major. You feel as though it's a mistake. And I feel as though that sometimes, things happen in our lives, whereas when we think it's a mistake, it's not a mistake. It's actually a life experience. It's time for us to learn. If you're in a difficult situation, at times, that actually, they can build character. That can help you with that experience of going through that difficult circumstance. It's going to help you to alleviate any pressure or anxiety for making future decisions. Just don't be in denial about where you have to go. Like, if you have information about a certain situation, like a job, and they're telling you certain attributes about the job, and if you can compromise with what they can give you, yes, that's fine. But with this Two of Swords, what I'm feeling as well too, and this is my little bit of information and my little bit of guidance, don't make the decision obviously hastily, but don't make the decision solely on what you see at the time. Make that research, take that time, weigh your options, but don't take too long on it, because this is part of the reason why you have this anxiety, is because it's basically you're procrastinating, you know. So this is the main theme of this whole thing, is about procrastinating, not making the decision, and hoping that things are just going to work itself out. That doesn't usually, when it comes to a difficult situation, usually someone has to make the decision, and usually that's going to be you, because you're the one who ultimately wants to be happy. You want to receive these blessings, and you can't do that if you're stuck between making a decision and not making a decision. So, in closing, because I like these one card tarot card of the day readings to be relatively short, because the whole idea is a collective, and it's more like a general reading as opposed to a personal reading. A personal reading is more in depth, it's longer, it could last a half hour, it could even be 10 minutes too, but usually half hour to an hour is where most people benefit from, usually their first or second reading. Usually they get a small reading, short mini one for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Then they get a longer one after they evaluated their situation. But either way, I am available for personal readings. You can contact me at psychicloladivine@gmail.com. You can also check on my website for more information about me at psychicloladivine.com. And so at this time, I'm going to end the video. I will be on later on today. I plan on being on at 1 p.m. So I'm going to plan out my day so that I can have time for that. It's usually for 45 minutes to an hour. So look out for that. And again, please subscribe, please like, and please share if you can. And also click the bell so that you can get notifications of when I'm online and when I upload a video. So thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And I will definitely come back later, either today and onward. You will see me. And I'm looking to connect with you again. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye-bye.